Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving deep into a fault code that many of you with modern turbo engines might have encountered. P0299 Turbocharger Underboost. This one is a real headache and is super common in a lot of popular European cars. We see it all the time on Audi and Volkswagen. TFSI engines, many Mercedes-Benz turbo models, and even some Volvos. So, if you've got that dreaded check engine light and a P0299 code, you're in the right place. So, what exactly does P0299 mean? In simple terms, your car's engine control unit, or ECU, is expecting a certain amount of boost pressure from the turbocharger. But it's not getting it. It is. Like ordering a large coffee and getting a small one. You're just not getting what you paid for. And your engine feels the same way. This lack of boost, or underboost, results in a noticeable loss of power, poor acceleration, and sometimes even weird noises from the engine bay. Your car might feel sluggish, almost like it's a non-turbo version of itself, because, well, it kind of is. At that point, now, let's talk about the usual suspects. What causes this annoying underboost condition? There are a few key culprits we need to investigate. First and foremost, we often find a failed The wastegate is a little valve that controls the flow of exhaust gases through the turbo. If it gets stuck open, or the diaphragm that controls it fails, exhaust gases bypass the turbine wheel instead of spinning it up. No spin, no boost. It's a very common failure point, especially on the vacuum-actuated ones. Another huge cause is a boost leak. Think of the entire air intake system after the turbo as a sealed network of pipes and hoses. If there's a crack in a hose, a loose clamp, or a damaged that precious pressurized air escapes before it can get into your engine. It's like trying to inflate a balloon with a hole in it. The turbo is working hard, but the pressure is just leaking out into the atmosphere. These leaks can be tricky to find and can happen anywhere between the turbo outlet and the intake manifold. Speaking of the intercooler, sometimes the problem isn't a leak, but a clog. The intercooler's job is to cool down the hot air coming from the turbo. Over time, it can get clogged internally with oil and gunk from the crankcase ventilation system, or externally with dirt, leaves, and road debris. If the air can't flow through it efficiently, you'll lose pressure and performance. It's like trying to breathe through a dirty filter. So, you have the code, the potential causes. How do we diagnose it properly? Throwing parts at a P0299 is a great way to waste money. The first step is a proper diagnostic scan to confirm the code and look at live data. We want to see what the ECU is requesting for boost pressure versus what it's actually getting. This is called specified versus actual boost. A big difference between these two numbers confirms the underboost problem. Next, we move to physical inspections. We need to do a thorough boost pressure test, also known as a smoke test. We pressurize the entire intake system with low-pressure smoke. If there's a leak, we'll see smoke pouring out of the cracked hose, loose connection, or damaged This is the most reliable way to find hidden leaks that a visual inspection might miss. We also need to inspect the turbocharger and its wastegate actuator. We can often use a vacuum pump to test the actuator directly. We apply vacuum and see if it holds, and if the wastegate arm moves smoothly through its full range of motion. If it doesn't hold vacuum or the arm is stuck, we've found our problem. We'll also check the turbo shaft for excessive play, which could indicate a failing turbo. But that's usually accompanied by other symptoms like noise or oil consumption. Once we've diagnosed the issue, it's time for the fix. If we found a boost leak during our smoke test, the solution is straightforward. Replace the broken hose, tighten the clamp, or repair or replace the damaged intercooler. Simple as that. If the diagnosis pointed to the wastegate, the repair depends on the type. For vacuum-operated systems, we might just need to repair a cracked or disconnected vacuum line. That's a cheap and easy fix. More often, though, the actuator diaphragm itself has failed. In that case, we need to replace the wastegate actuator. On some turbos, this is a separate bolt-on part. On others, it's integrated into the turbocharger, which unfortunately might mean replacing the entire turbo assembly. So there you have it, a complete breakdown of the P0299 underboost code. It can seem intimidating, But with a logical diagnostic approach, you can pinpoint the exact cause and get your car's performance back to where it should be. Don't just guess and replace parts. Test, don't guess. Thanks so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into car repair and diagnostics. Drop any questions you have in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.